I would not recommend going for a 3-star even if it's like Rukia or Uryu, because they cannot clear the first waves or floors that quickly. In the beginning, just try to get a good starting character and reset if you didn't get one. 4 stars are the best and you don't really need to care about if they're hill or not, and I'm not using Broly because the SPA is a bit slower than Reagan, so I'm using Reagan here. And the goal is to kill the waves as fast as possible. Now in the beginning, when you only have your starter units and nothing else, it will be hard. So the goal mainly will be to kill the last wave as fast as possible. With 3 stars, this is just not possible. You will always leak a lot of enemies, and even with 4 stars, you'll leak a lot of enemies, but as long as you kill the last wave 5 here really fast, then it's fine. But if I use like Rukia or Uryu, the enemies on wave 5 will come so far that will take like 30 extra seconds. Reagan is really good here because the damage output is pretty okay, while the SPA is also really fast, so they can kill the enemies really quickly. This is a really good starting time. You could though get faster than this. Then just do the same things. You're gonna have a bit more money, so you can kill them a bit faster as well. So it's gonna be the same procedure for a few waves. After you beat floor 3, you're gonna get a recruitment. You'll always be guaranteed to get a farm here, so grab the farm, and if you get a good starting unit that's a 5-star, then get them as well. You could get unlucky here and not get anything else than a farm, and that's fine. I didn't reset, but if you want to get a faster time, then yeah, reset. It's gonna be better. Otherwise, try to get Ace or Trunks because they are really good with fast SPA and they are hill units and also cheap to deploy, so you can place them wave 0 most of the time. But as I stated before, it's not the end of the world because I didn't do it. And after floor 6, you're gonna get a new recruitment before airs come out. Here, if you don't get Trunks or Ace, you should probably reset because yes, Ace and Trunks will not be used as main DPS later on, but they are used as the early game unit for every single floor. Basically, I used them for every single floor and early, and then I got my main DPS up, so try to get them here. Now that you got your early game unit, Ace or Trunks, you want to use them to insta-kill as many waves as possible, and especially the last one because that's the wave that's gonna determine when the game is over or not. The further in you go, the more you're gonna learn when and how to upgrade your units to insta-kill them, and they also get stronger. I hadn't used Ace before this run, so I was pretty new to it. I'd used Trunks before, so it's a bit of a learning process. Continue to just use Ace or Trunks to kill the enemies as fast as possible. And at floor 9, you're gonna get another recruitment. Here you want your main DPS. If you don't get him, upgrade Ace. But the main DPS you're looking for, that I used, is Yami and Zeke. The reason why you want Yami and Zeke, as well as King Kai as a buff, is because Yami, first of all, is actually really good help in early game after he gets his 3rd upgrade. He has really good damage, really fast SPA, and has a decent AoE. Then you also want Yami because he has line AoE with good damage later on. Line AoE will hit more enemies than Circle will, because if you place him right, you can hit the starts of the crack and also hit all the enemies. Zeke is the same thing. You can place him on the ground since he's a hybrid unit, but he also hits airs. You can place him on the ground, make him hit a lot of enemies as soon as they start. Mihawk is worse in that scenario because yes, in Trial 1 you can get a really straight line, but in Hunter x Hunter, for example, the line AoE will maybe hit like 4 enemies. And Ulquiorra just doesn't hit as many enemies and just isn't as good help in early game. King Kai is also the best because you can get a 75% damage buff. So try to aim for these 3 units. If you can't get them, try to get similar units that can hit a lot of enemies and a buffer. Doesn't matter which one, just get a buffer. But King Kai is the best, Zeke is the best, and I think Yami is the best, but otherwise try to go for other similar units that have good damage and hit a lot of enemies. And also, if you don't get any of these units in recruitments or any similar units that are work the same, then just upgrade your early game units so you can beat the first waves quicker. I'll quickly show you a sped up version of a whole floor in the beginning. Now, I'm not using my main DPS as my line AoE yet, and I'm just spamming out as many units as possible. This would be with maybe Zeke and Trunks, or Ace and Yami, or anything, whatever you have at this point. If you only have one of the units you will have in the end, then maybe try to reset here. It's only been half an hour. Otherwise, just spam out as many units as possible. Try to get Yamis to the AoE attack, Zeke's to maybe the good AoE attack, Ace to better AoE, and Trunks maybe to their better AoE and faster SPA. Otherwise, just spam out the units, try to kill them as fast as possible. You could also have a few units on last, and this is because you can kill everything a bit more balanced and not leave the last enemies at full HP once everything else is dead. Just balance it out so you can kill everything quickly. So I made a bit of a mistake here as well, because I didn't use my full or best AoE on Yami yet, and I still just focused my DPS on everything, just spreading it out. So I didn't use my main DPS yet. This is a point where you should do it, because I struggle here without it. So I should have gotten my line AoE and put him near the track. But otherwise, I got Zeke, and I can show you how to place them. In the beginning, you're always going to be using Trunks or Ace, and maybe support of Yami or Zeke in the beginning, just to kill everything fast. Later on, once you farmed enough, then you can go for your main DPS. And now it's important to utilize the AoE as good as possible. And this is why you're not going to use circle AoE units and use line AoE units or other AoE units that are really good, like Yami and Zeke, because they, well, yes, if bad placement, then they don't hit as much as circle. But if they have a good line, then they're always going to hit as many enemies as possible and more than circle. So try to place them on map so they always hit with the whole line or the whole AoE. On wave 20, when the boss comes, the boss might take a little longer to kill, but that's fine. Try to kill it as fast as possible, that's about it. Then, here is the time when you have enough coins or power coins to buy an artifact. So I would buff your main DPS, so Yami here. Now, in the final stretch, just continue doing what we're doing. Early on, place Ace or Trunks to kill enemies fast. Try to kill them as fast as possible. Farm a lot, but do keep in mind that upgrading Ace is a priority. It's better to upgrade Ace and lose a bit of money instead of taking a slower time, because you will probably beat it, especially if you have a buff. But if you don't have a buff, you can see that for me, I do struggle a bit in the end, the latest like 3 waves. So having a buff is really good to have, and you're gonna get like 2 to 3 more minutes faster. I fortunately got Erwin back. I didn't get King Kai, but I did get Erwin in the last recruitment. So that was really fortunate, but you could still beat it. It's just gonna be a bit slower. Then also try to get a blue artifact to buff Zeke, because those are your 2 main DPS. You could also get another artifact like Ace, but I would probably prioritize Zeke here. And then by trade rerolls, that's the best thing. Yeah, just continue to have good placements, so they're always going to hit everything. In the end, if you don't have a buff, then it's going to be hard. But just keep in mind to have max buff all the time, and it's going to be fine. And then for the final wave, you're going to wish for a good map. As long as it's not the Titan map, it's good. Oh, Titan map. And the reason why you don't want Titan map is because early with Trunks and Ace is quite annoying on Titan map, because they can't reach the beginning. You can see how long it takes to kill the first waves. But it's fine, you can still work around with it. It's a pretty easy map and a bit of curves in the end, so you're not gonna lose on the boss anyway. But it's a bit slower, so it's a bit unfortunate. And this was my loadout the previous time I did it. So a day after, I'm still top 25. I could probably get a better time, but I'm fine where I am right now. Obito is really good. You should definitely try to beat Tower 4 times to get a max skill tree, and All-Star is his best traits. I'll show you how good he is. Now if you do it slowly, we can see just how insane this is. Obito is just so broken with All-Star, and if you don't have All-Star, Bloodlust works, but this is insane range with insane SPA and insane damage for a bit over 100,000. Nothing special to him otherwise. Other than that, I hope you enjoyed the video. I'm trying to get the content creator role, so I need to upload more consistently, which I have not done. Giveaway 36,000 subscribers, and see you in the next one.